All right, good evening, Panther fans. Here we are over at Which for the Coach's Show with Coach Fuller. We're headed into the final week of regular season. Can't believe, seems like we just got started here. We're talking about fall scrimmage.
Right.
Here we are, spend a few minutes talking about R.L. Turner and then maybe a little bit more time focused on Bell.
Well, you know, we knew going in, R.L. Turner is a team that really struggled really in all phases this year, moving up from 4A. They hadn't been overly successful in 4A. Not a big football powerhouse, so to speak, but still, we got to play them. They're on our schedule, and I think, like we've been able to do for several weeks this year, when we played teams who have been struggling, we've still been able to put together a really good week of practice. And I think that's the key to improving. We talked about starting fast, finish strong, executing well. You know, you guys that are starters need to work your tails off and do things right so that your buddies, your friends who work just as hard as you do, who might not get to play as much, can get in and get more playing time. Yep. You know, really, we almost played the perfect game as far as, you know, what we were going against. We scored on our first 10 possessions of the game. I think we allowed them to cross the 50 one time. It was we did what we had to do. We didn't throw an incomplete pass in the first half. We only ran 18 plays and scored 40-something points in the first half. But guys that don't get a whole lot of playing time, but who work really hard, you know, got to play and even got to score some touchdowns.
Right.
So that was pretty neat to see.
Good. How about as we look towards Bell this weekend, playing up there in Pennington? They've had some really good weeks, and they've had some weeks where they've been challenged.
Right.
What's your thoughts as we head into the game here this week?
Well, I think LD Bell is an extremely talented football team. They're very big, very athletic. They move well. You know, if you just look at them man for man, they look every bit as talented, if not more so, than Trinity. Went to their game with Trinity, and it was a really close game. In fact, they were winning at halftime. You know, get some bad breaks in the second half, and didn't win that one. And then I think maybe they didn't put that one behind them with the next week when they played MacArthur. Certainly a good team. I was just a little bit surprised that they beat them the way they did. I'm expecting that they'll be excited to play. They have not clinched the playoff spot yet. The only way they can clinch it for sure is if they win. If they don't, if we win, then they've got to have a little bit of help, not too much, but yeah, I expect that they're going to be playing at their best. Everybody wants to go into the playoffs on a winning streak. They're big, like I said, and fast, and can really execute well when they're motivated.
Good. How about from an injury perspective? Something we talk about each week. Are we relatively healthy going in here? Some of the kids got a little bit of rest.
Well,
this last week,
some got some rest. You know, as far as the normal wear and tear that happens in a game, we didn't have too much of that. Not too many really sore guys after the game. We had some injuries, but you know, after 9 weeks of football, if you don't have some, then you really haven't.
Not playing hard.
They've been playing hard. Everybody's hurting a little bit. And we've got some guys that'll have to miss this game, but hopefully we'll get them all back pretty quick.
How about any new strategy for this week? Not sharing any secrets, but do we run our same plan, or is there required some adjustments for what is obviously a much better team than maybe some we played here in the last 4 or 5 weeks?
We have a few things. You know, we've worked on. You know, we joke about it every week when we're game planning. We've got plays that we've worked all year that we've never run in a game,
right.
And then we think they're good plays and we execute them well. We just, you know, sometimes you get into a game and these 3 or 4 plays are going well for you, so you kind of stick with them. And I'm the kind of person that, you know, if it works once, and we'll try it again, and if it works again, and we run it till you stop it. But yeah, we have some wrinkles and some things that we've been working on and maybe saving for not necessarily Bell, but just for when the situation arises, depending on what we might see.
Okay. How about, I know we don't want to look past Friday, but with playoffs coming up a week from Saturday, for those folks who are listening, Cowboy Stadium, we talked about that last week. From a scheduling perspective, this coming Saturday, will it become clear who's playing when, what order, or what's the timing of that?
At 11 o'clock Friday night, we'll know who we play.
Okay.
And once we know who we play, we'll probably know exactly what time slot. It is going to be on Saturday the 17th, Cowboy Stadium.
Okay.
Our district and District 558 will play a quadruple header. I'm not even sure what time the first game starts, but we meet this week to determine that. But there's still a possibility that we could play Denton Ryan,
Right.
we could play Hebron, we could play Flower Mound Marcus. All of that depends on how their district shakes
Friday
out
night
and whether or not we win. If we win, we're the big seed and the number 1 seed in small school, Division II. If we lose, we're the number 2 seed.
So there's 2 games Friday night, a week from Friday, and then 4 on Saturday.
There's 2 games Thursday, 2 games Friday,
Oh,
4 on Saturday.
4. Okay. Well, good. Be a big weekend of football.
Right.
All right. Well, thank you. We're
Thank
looking
you.
forward to finishing real strong here this week and get on to the next second half of the season.
Thank you.